Congress is promoter of Graft. So let's see what they have to say. List Baghel's failure, BJP's Chhattisgarh plan. So Bhupesh Baghel, the Chief Minister from Congress, is now being questioned in Chhattisgarh by none other than our very own Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What he has to say on Baghel? He says Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday launched a scathing attack on Congress, stating that the party shunned developments and promoted corruption when it came to power in state. Wherever there is Congress rule, there is corruption and no development. The Congress and development cannot exist together, Modi said while addressing an election meeting in Kanker of Bastar in Chhattisgarh. Modi said Congress can never work with honest intention and alleged that the grand old party always looted the public money when it came to power in a state to fill its coffers. Many scams and scandals had broken out during the Congress-led UPA rule at the center, he said. Modi further said Congress has been out of power at the center in last 10 years and hence the party filled its coffers by looting the public money from the states ruled by it. So the allegations continue. Whether the Congress is in power in the state, wherever the Congress is in power in the state, it is looting the people there. He alleged accusing Bhupesh Baghel government of indulging in corruption. Modi also stated that many mega scandals happened during the current dispensation in Chhattisgarh. In a sarcastic remark targeting Bhupesh Baghel government, Modi said the Congress had promised to enforce prohibition in Chhattisgarh before 2018 assembly polls. So by prohibition we means liquor will not be sold in Chhattisgarh. But surprisingly people, the amount of revenue that a state generates by selling liquor is humongous. It's huge. And it is very difficult for a state to actually impose these kind of restrictions that liquor will not be sold. Liquor will still get sold. I have witnessed it myself. Liquor still gets sold but in black. You will be able to get liquor. It will be smuggled across the borders, but the cost of it will be 3 or 4 times, I believe. I'm not sure if it will be that high, but I don't know how many times, sorry, but definitely it has to be that high. It might be that high. And moving on, in a sarcastic remark, all right, Congress government has instead delivered a liquor scandal. The Prime Minister also accused the Bhupesh Baghel government of misappropriating the district mineral funds set up in the mineral-rich areas for undertaking developmental work in those particular areas. Modi said that the state Congress government had asserted around 300 guntas, that is cattle shelters, had been established in Chhattisgarh. However, upon verification by the center, it was found that around 250 Govardhan facilities were fraudulent and not in operation. Now what happens out here is, people, as far as I know, so they did fund 250 Govardhan facilities wherein, and I have witnessed this, I'm also a villager. I have my roots in my village. Now what people do out there, and I'm really not happy with the way, people operate. When these schemes are being launched, what happens is people take the fund, they are given 50,000 to construct a shed so that they can shelter. Then they are given another 50,000 to purchase a cow so that they can earn a livelihood. Now they construct a very, very shabby shed which will cost them 10,000 only. And it's just a show off. They will keep 40,000 for their own expenses. They will buy a cow that is, that is very old, and they'll show this is worth 50,000. So they will spend 20,000 and they'll keep 80,000. There is a cousin of mine. He's a government employee, and what he does. There is a scheme in Himachal Pradesh, and I'm really shocked. Why is he? He's well educated. He's a teacher. He should lead by example. What he does is he has got the entire land on his name. He has made his father sign that land, and it's Now he's the sole responsible person, and he takes a loan of 10 lakhs every year for 11 months without interest, with 0% interest, since he's a farmer as well. And then in the 11th month he returns the entire, in the 12th month he returns the entire 10 lakhs. And he doesn't need that money, but still he will avail that scheme. Why? Why do you need those 10 lakhs? You have a house constructed, you have a beautiful family, you have handsome salary, you have everything, you have a car, you have a bike, you have every facility government has given. You are on a government job, sir. Still, that money could have been used by a farmer. He could have actually put it to a good use, but he uses that interest-free money. The gas subsidy, again, one of my relatives only, she purchases the gas cylinder and she sells it for, she gets it she is below poverty line is what she claims. But the amount of money her son earns, she might be below poverty line, her earning might be below poverty line, but the house that she is getting constructed is worth almost 20 to 30 lakhs. She has money, her son is earning good enough, but still she will sell the cylinder in black. If I'm a one who does not have the subsidy, or I'm visiting my village, I want a gas cylinder on priority, I can get it the very next minute. I don't have to wait for the distribution vehicle to come. All I need to do is ask my neighbor, hey, do you have a gas cylinder? They'll say yes, but it will cost you 1,200 rupees. They might have got it for 900. They'll sell it to me at a profit of 300 rupees and I have my cylinder filled. That's how they have been misusing the schemes, and this is what might have happened. I'm not saying it's all the fault of farmers, but this might have happened in this case because 250 facilities were fraudulent and not in operation. They were not in operation because they might have sold the cows. The farmers might have done that and they might have utilized the money. That's just a thought, because I have seen these kind of things happening and I just shared my experience. Let's see what the chat has to say. We have Mahesh also with MR3SSS. Good morning. So we had RRR, we have SSS also, people. Sansmaran, UPA घोटाले. बिल्कुल संदर्भ सहित व्याख्या भी कर दी जाएगी, तो यहाँ पर आज बवाल हो जाएगा. आज की स्ट्रीम कभी ना खत्म होने वाली एक ये आज का जो प्रसारण है ये कभी ना खत्म होने वाला प्रसारण बन के रह जाएगा मेरे दोस्त. So let's keep it sealed for now, because the kind of घोटाले means the kind of the frauds that we see that happen. So he's talking about that, the scams that were that happened during the regime of UPA. So he wants us to take all those scams up and tear them one by one and analyze them one by one.